The reason that most opticians lose their clients is because they forget about the client. And if you only send 1, 2 or 3 recall letters, you know, people are busy these days and they get the letter and they look at it and go, oh yeah, I must book my eye test, and then they put it to one side and they forget to do it. And people are getting busier and busier, and sadly for most consumers, for most of your patients, the optician is not that important. It's important when their prescription has changed and they know that something's changed. It's important if they've got an emergency, but for 90% of your client base, you're not that important. So people do put off their eye tests, they do ignore reminder letters, and unfortunately, if you only send 1, 2, 3, even 4 recall letters, there'll come a point where you've stopped sending people letters and they're fully intending to come back to you at some point. It's just you forget to remind them. So what we suggest is you continue to send recall letters, reminder letters, but you make each recall letter significantly more effective. Here's a clever way to do it. You merge recall letters with email and a phone call. In fact, you do all 3 things in 1 week. So on Monday, you send the recall letter. On the Wednesday, you send them an email. And the email says, we've sent you a letter. You're due your annual eye test or your 18-month eye check. Please give us a call on this number. If it's more convenient, hit reply to this email and you can book it over email. One caveat to that, if you do allow people to book over email, the receptionist must phone them at the end of the email conversation to confirm that it's been booked in. Because people who book an eye test over email, we've found working with our clients, they become a higher no-show rate, because there's less personal contact. Whereas if they've had a phone confirmation from the receptionist, the show-up rate goes back to normal. If they don't respond to that email, then on Friday you phone them, and the phone call is about the letter in the email you've sent them. And there's a line that your receptionist shouldn't use in that phone call. She shouldn't say, "Did you want to book your eye test?" Because when you offer someone a yes or no choice, did you want to book your eye test, yes or no? It's easier for them to say, no thanks, I'll book it some other time. So you've wasted the phone call. So instead of a yes or no choice, you offer them an either or choice. Here's a line the receptionist could use. The last time you came in to see us, it was a Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Did you want to book for something this coming Thursday, or would you prefer a different appointment? And when you offer an either or like that, well, one of the clients that we're working with in particular, she's put that exact sequence in place, and from 1 recall letter backed up by an email, by a phone call, she gets an 80% response rate. So it's dramatically reduced the number of recalls she needs to do. And actually she's getting people in faster. 12 months after their eye test, she's doing the letter, the email, the phone call. 80% of people are then booking in within a week. If you think if she retains a client for 7 or 8 years, and she is now seeing them every 12 months instead of every 15 or 16 or 17 months, she's actually seeing people more often over the period of time they stay with the practice. That's not only exciting, she can offer a better level of care because she's getting them in sooner than they were coming in before.